You didn't have to audition for Punisher, do you?
I did back on Daredevil.
then,
I mean, they came to me. You know, it wasn't like a whole bunch of people. I think they were just looking at me, but you did have to make a tape. Yeah.
I like the Punisher because he just wears a T-shirt.
I know, man.
It's like, fuck you. I'm not going to wear
no
cape.
cape.
It was no mask. No
Yeah,
mask.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you.
Yeah. That was. I never wanted to do the superhero thing, but that guy, you know, he's just a guy.
He's a dude.
Yeah, and he's just reeling, and he's angry, and you know, it's an important character for.
Do you go somewhere and train with weapons for that kind of thing?
Oh yeah, training all the time, fighting weapons, all that stuff.
Because you want it to look realistic.
Look, it's a character that's resonated with the law enforcement and military community, and that means everything to me. There's guys who have gone and fought for this country with the Punisher skull in their body armor. They've gone and died for this country with that. And that's not to say, hey, this is, you got to respect that, and you got to take that seriously. And if there's something about that skull that emboldens somebody or fills somebody with something to go take the most important steps any person can take for this country in the name of this country, that's something that I have the utmost respect for, and I have to honor, and we got to get right. So if you're sitting there like some fucker who can't handle a gun,
you're gonna blow the part. No, you're doing the right thing.
And you got to do it for them. You know, it's like the character belongs to them, man.
Is it true you were so committed to the Punisher that you would walk up and down like the Brooklyn Bridge with a backpack full of weights?
Embarrassing. Yeah,
would you?
Yeah, I mean,
what was the point of that?
You know, just the isolation and being alone, and you know, I just again. Man,
How many pounds you put in that backpack? I got
different each time, but it was just, it's a great, you know, it's the best thing about New York, walking around by yourself.
You seem to have skills. You know karate and shit?
Boxing. I boxed for a real long time.
Are you really such a method actor, like you're like a Daniel Day-Lewis, that like you, like on Punisher, like you go into full character and no one's allowed to address you as anybody else? Like,
Absolutely not, man.
I heard you're a fucking method actor.
Look, I try to stay in. I think, look, man, I think that this is a guy who lives in, you know, it's a dark character. He lives in a world of darkness. And
yeah, but wait a second. Here's this thing I hear.
Yeah.
I hear that like you don't talk to your wife and kids when you're in character for like months.
You know, look, I isolate myself. You know, that's for sure. I do talk to my wife, and that she's sort of the only person that I talk to. But I just wouldn't feel right about being out and about and you know, going to restaurants and going to bars and shit, and then sort of showing up and playing this guy who lost his family.
But your kids can't see you?
They can. I just can't. You know, in the beginning, it's I got, you know, I just wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want to be that guy around them, and I think it's
great way to get alone time too, right? Yeah, you kind of need
it's
that.
not, you know, I'm not looking to have fun with that part. And
hey, it's your job.
It's your job, man.
And that's what it takes for you to be good. Yeah.
And look, man, there's no pain. Look, I have found peace in my life, man. All the shit.
But what do you say to the kid? Do you say, listen, kids, I'm going off now to be the Punisher, all right? I'm not fucking around here. You guys like all this nice house and everything, right? I'm going to go off.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave here. I'm the Punisher.
Yeah.
Daddy's gone.
The kids are babies, and they're really young, and it's just getting harder and harder to be away from them. I love them with every fiber of my body, and all I really want to do is be with them.
Hey, you got a job to do.
You got a fucking job. I got diapers to buy, man. These kids are fucking expensive, and you got to do it. And if I'm going to do it, if I'm going to be away from them.
So when I hire you on a project,
yes, sir,
I'm getting a fully committed man.
100%.
You might not 100%. Even leave the set.
Right.
No, I'll leave the set. I'm not like that, man.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I'm an actor working with you on The Punisher. We go over to the craft services table. There's some downtime. Can I call you by your name? Can I say, hey, John, what's happening? Or am I supposed to call you, hey, Punisher?
Nah, you call me whatever you want. But if I see you eating like a bunch of donuts and a bunch of candy, I'm going to make fun of you. You know,
because
like,
you're the Punisher.
Party? You know, what is it, a birthday party? Yeah.
Or you might not even answer me because the Punisher's kind of a quiet dude.
Yeah, you know, look, I think that on Daredevil, it was a little bit different. It was a much more mysterious character. I got to come in, do my thing. You know, when you're right now,
when you're the lead.
When you're the lead, one of the most, look, to me, people like DiCaprio, Brad Pitt, Emily Blunt, they're all leading actors who I've worked with, who the second you get there, they empower you. They make you feel welcome. They bring out the best in you. And that is everything to me.